Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus here with another 3D DVD Blu-ray review. This time I'm going to talk about Aquarium 3D. So if you're a marine reef aquarium hobbyist, this is definitely something you're going to want to check out. So Mr. Saltwater Tank, Limpet's Reef, Ricketts Reef, Krug 1313, you guys definitely want to watch this review. This is actually a pretty fun little disc, especially if you're a reef enthusiast. So I got this particular disc at Best Buy for $17.99. This is what it looks like. The front cover, we've got a little clownfish and some reef action going on back here. And then here's the back of it. Kind of tells you what features it has. This is not a very loaded disc. There's not much on here. It's basically a camera sitting in front of fish tanks. So don't get too excited about it unless you're a big aquarium person, which I really like because this not only combines my 3D movie hobby, but it also combines my reef and marine tank hobby. So this was a very cool addition for myself. Let's see here. So the back, it talks about highlights. It's got 6 different chapters. Basically, it sits in front of 6 different tanks. It's got the living reef tank, the reef close-up, the kids tank, an anemone and a clown, there be lions here, and the nano tank. So those are the different tanks it looks at. It's also got different audio tracks. It's got 3 different audio tracks. It's got 2 different musical tracks, and it also has a natural sounds track, which is basically an aquarium running, but the thing is, all the tanks use the same audio track, so I'm pretty sure it's just kind of generated and thrown on there. If you don't have a 3D Blu-ray player, it also plays in high definition 2D as well as high definition 3D. So if you're an aquarium guy or gal and you've got a Blu-ray player, even if it doesn't do 3D, if you can find it pretty cheap, it's definitely a fun little piece to check out. There's some nice looking tanks in there. It's approximately 70 minutes long, it says. So here it is. We'll pull it out of the jacket. It basically looks exactly the same outside the jacket. Now the nice thing is you get this little slip here, so it kind of makes it look a little 3D-ish, the plastic piece. It kind of slides in there and gives you a little 3D look to the case itself, so that was kind of nice. Again, a very basic disc. All you have is the disc in there. I would say the biggest drawback to this would be the lack of an audio commentary. That was the other audio piece I was really kind of hoping for. I would have liked to seen someone sit down and tell you what kind of corals, what kind of fish, invertebrates that we're looking at while we go through the different tanks. Other than that, it's a pretty fun DVD. There's some really great scenes. There are some scenes where the reef just really seems very deep and it's very colorful. There's scenes where sand is kind of piled up on the edge of the tank and it makes the TV screen look like the edge of the tank, which is pretty cool. And then my favorite scene, I think, would be there's a scene with a starfish and a little snail stuck on the glass and they just kind of look like they're floating out there. So definitely a decent disc to pick up. Let's take a look at some of the scenes. Some of my personal favorite scenes from the disc itself. Alright, so now this DVD does have the ability to switch audio tracks between what's called Explore, which says a texture musical piece with colorful, inspiring melodies. Or you can switch it to Drift, which is comforting chimes provide the background for this ethereal and relaxing music track. Or you can switch it to natural sounds, which basically is the aquarium running itself. What would be nice if they actually had another audio option track where someone was actually explaining which corals you were looking at, which invertebrates, which kind of fish. That's about the only thing I see missing off of the audio track. Alright, so this disc is actually really cool in the fact it really does look like a 3D aquarium. I mean, it looks like it's right there and you can kind of peer into it. The edge of the glass actually looks like it's the edge of the TV. Very cool stuff. So what it does, it just kind of cycles through different aquariums, different kinds of coral, different kinds of fish, and plays music in the background. Now the funny thing is, I don't know if you can see it or not in this clip, but they're actually baiting the fish with food to all kind of come into one area so they can film them. Kind of funny. You notice it throughout the entire disc on the different tanks. This scene I really like. If you look down at the bottom of the tank, you see the sand coming up on the edge of the tank, which really looks like in 3D it's coming up onto the edge of the television screen. Very cool 3D shot here. This is a really cool shot of a little crab and a clam and some other corals. Some pretty good stuff. It looks really nice in 3D. This one's called the Kids Tank. It's got some interesting fish in it. Way too many little clownfishes in it, though. And it's got obviously bleached out coral there. I'm presuming none of that's alive. It looks all plastic and fake. So not surprising being in a kids tank. Lots of damsels. Oh no. Bubbles! Alright, so this is a really, really cool shot. We got some anemones, got a starfish and a snail, and they actually look like they're sticking off out into the air when you look at it in 3D. One of my favorite 3D shots on the disc. And we've got a little predator tank here where we got some lionfish in it. The lionfish look phenomenal in 3D. Just kind of floating around, fins everywhere, just absolutely beautiful. Alright, here we got another little kind of odd looking little tank, just kind of throwing some stuff in. I think there's some fake stuff in there. Little seahorse floating around. He looks cool in 3D. So does a little eel-looking guy that you'll see kind of pop around. Obviously, in a tank, you can see the background of the tank, and it actually looks pretty cool because you can see it kind of convex in backwards there. But the fish float around on the water really nicely on this one. All right, so there it is, Aquarium 3D or 3D Aquarium, depending on how you want to call it, I guess. Glad I got to do this one. I've been waiting to do this one for a while. Like I said, it combines my reef hobby, fish tank hobby with my 3D Blu-ray hobby, so it was really cool to get a chance to do something that combined the two together. So this goes out to all my reef tank buddies. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a reef tank, marine tank enthusiast, then this is a must-have for your Blu-ray 3D collection. If you only have a Blu-ray player and you can find this cheap enough, maybe for $10 or something, I would definitely pick this up and give it a watch. The colors are absolutely amazing. If you're not into fish tanks all that much, it's still worth picking up if you can find it cheap enough. It's probably going to be so-so for you. You're probably going to watch this once or twice, and then you're going to trade it in for something else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for an update for Peanuts Reef, keep looking, guys. I'm getting ready to put some stuff together this summer. I'm going to get that done. I swear I am. Mr. Saltwater Tank, I'll probably talk to you. I believe my tank personality would be a dabbler. So I'm sure I'll chat with you on the Facebooks. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep an eye out for more 3D Blu-ray reviews. Keep an eye out for Peanuts Tank to be built this summer. And watch out for other reviews. Again, thanks for watching. Happy reefing. And happy Blu-ray 3D watching. Thanks again.